David versus Pikapete. Let me just take a quick look at these guys' PB here. I believe these guys are fairly close in times.
Yeah, I believe this is pretty early in the loser's bracket.
So yeah, this is a losers bracket match, so whoever loses actually is dead forever.
Yep. I know Pikapete runs the Skill Ascension route. I'm not sure what David runs.
I'm assuming they're both gonna do the same thing since it's the most common route, but they are gonna be picking up the first red skull in the wall there, which is not usually a skull that you pick up in this route, but some players do it because it's a skull that you can grab that doesn't waste too much time, although it's a little bit slower than like another one later on.
Yeah, the reason I do it when I run Skull Sentry is because it makes that, there's a skull in the Lich Yard that's a bit easier to skip, because you can just, like, Judgment Rush past it. Anyway, so this is Plains, this is the first level of the game. Super basic. Basically what they're going to be doing is collecting skulls while trying to beat the level.
Pikapete is going to grab an extra health upgrade here just for safety. And it looks like David will be skipping that, so
yep.
If a player usually skips a health upgrade right at the very beginning, it probably means that they're going with just 4 health for the rest of the game. So I'm assuming David is just going to stay on 4 for the rest of the run.
Yeah, and he was running a bit behind, but because he skipped that health, now they're even.
Actually, he might be, honestly, I actually don't know how this works, but, if you skip a health upgrade in the stage, you can actually buy it in the tower, and the one that you can buy from Plains is actually only 1,000 compared to the rest, which is 4,000, so he might be getting one later on, just because you can buy this one for cheaper, like at the tower, and it wastes less time. But anyway, this is Black Knight, and you see both of our players here starting the stun lock in the corner. Not dropping any hits so far. Smooth fight for both of our players. So far going neck and neck, which is pretty cool. Always nice to see.
You end up losing a lot of time if you miss one of the hits on there, so it's good that they both got the luck. So now they're going to be going to a stage that's in other campaigns, a late game stage, Flying Machine. And why don't you tell us why they're doing that?
Main reason they're going to Flying Machine is because they want to get this this curio, the sub weapon, as fast as possible, called Judgment Rush. Judgment Rush is the fastest, most time-saving movement sub weapon that you could get. It basically makes you teleport and slash the nearest enemy on the screen. Very useful for pretty much the entirety of the game. Also, it's a little bit less useful on bosses, but it's still useful on some of them, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, we're also going to see them breaking some of the checkpoints just to get some extra money. That way they can get an armor called the Rail Mail, which is going to let them skate around either on land or on spikes.
Also, something important to note, if any of our players die, they will lose, they will drop on the ground 25% of their current gold, so it's very important to not lose that gold in any throughout the stage. This boss can be a little bit tricky. You have to juggle the bombs and make sure that both of them hit the boat here. Both of our players having pretty decent fights. David opting to actually skip that, breaking that checkpoint, which is not the worst decision you can make on this stage, since if you die by accident, on the auto scroller, for example, you don't, have to go all the way back to the beginning of the stage, which I've seen happen in this tournament thus far, and it's not pretty.
Yeah, he also picked up the extra 400 or 600, I think it is, in the first jellyfish room. So he made up that money by not breaking it.
Yeah, that money is a little, it's kind of slow, but, the race strats and all that. There's a lot of good spots on this stage where you can get some extra gold without wasting too much time. I don't think these players will opt to go for the top 200 gold gem on the next screen. You can actually exit this auto scroller from like the top of the screen, then pick up this pink gem right here.
Oh, looks like Pete's gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay, you still made the cycle.
What I'll usually do is I'll wait for the music cue and see if I'm gonna miss that fan cycle, and if I'm gonna miss it, then I'll go for the gold.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, but it's kind of difficult to get a good sense of the music and make sure, try to adapt your strats to what you're hearing.
Yeah. The good news is it's an auto scroller, so you get plenty of time to think about it.
What?
Oh, Pete,
Pikapete.
Pete,
Oh
please.
no!
Oh, no!
What? Oh my god, dude! Pikapete got super dicked by that last Jawa. I don't think I've ever seen someone get dicked so hard. The Jawa literally flew off the screen. He literally flew off the screen so that he couldn't slash him. I don't think I've ever seen a Jawa literally fly off the screen and then come down. He came down at me. That was insane, dude. I feel so bad for Pete, honestly.
That was really bad. He could have gotten some of that money back, but I think he's worried about losing time.
Yeah. He can get some... Oh, what? Okay, that's...
He thought there was money up there.
I guess so, yeah. But yeah, that's a pretty bad red skull to get if you're short on skulls, but he's not, so I don't... He must have thought it was money, I guess.
So, this is, Color Knight. All of his attacks do, a lot of damage. One full circle of damage.
Yeah, Pikapete moved too far right to the screen when the second phase started. So he actually spawned over to the left, which is usually something you don't want to do. He actually got a really bad boat spawn.
Oh no, and he broke that checkpoint.
Yeah. Hopefully he can get through this room without too many issues. Again. Okay, he's... Oh my god, Pete! No! He actually landed on the platform and then moved back, I guess because he panicked or something.
Okay, so David's going to the Exploratorium, which means he is running the Bounding Soul route.
Yeah, Exploratorium, a very cycle-based stage, so there's these pots in a couple of screens where the pots will sort of move up and down depending on what timer or what global cycle you're on since the beginning of the stage. And you want those lids to sort of pop up at the correct time whenever you reach a certain screen. And there is something called the first cycle that you can make and still break the first checkpoint on Exploratorium, but it's a pretty hard thing to go for. So I don't think any of our players, or I don't think David actually got it, but I think he got a second, or yeah, I think he got second cycle or something.
Yeah, Pete ended up having a pretty bad fight against Repeller, which saved him because it gave him time to get his money back.
Oh yeah, fun fact. I think this is true, but even if you complete a stage and you kill a boss and there's still money floating around in the boss room, you will not automatically collect it. You'll still have to manually go get it. Unless you're Shovel Knight, he's the only character that doesn't have to collect his money. If you kill a boss, he just gets it at the end of the fight because he's a jerk.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this game is weird. I don't know why that is.
Probably just because he doesn't really have a way to get super high up. I don't know.
Yeah, but that guy is a jerk. He doesn't deserve anything.
He's gonna have to get money from the juice bar to get his stuff.
So there are NPCs that you could talk to in this tower hub that will give you 600 gold depending on what stage you've been so far. So there's one for Plains, one for Lich Yard, Explodatorium, and Lost City. So that's a lot of backup gold if you really need it.
David's coming up on Plague Knight, who's one of the most obnoxious bosses in the game. He's got these clones, and it's really hard to tell which one's which. Like, the real Plague's gonna be holding like a blue potion, but it's really hard to tell which one it is in the heat of the moment. He got a decent fight.
I literally cannot see anything right now because my screensaver messed up.
Oh no.
Now I can't see anything. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Everything's good.
Okay. And Pikapete's doing the Lich Yard, so he's doing the Skeletal Sentry route, which is not as fast as Banning Soul, but it's a little bit simpler.
Alright, so David going through the first memory sequence there. He actually missed out on the 200 gem there from the block, which you usually see players collect, but it can be a little bit weird collecting it. So, I mean, I don't really blame him for skipping it. Plus, he also picked up like a bunch of gold elsewhere. So it shouldn't be a big deal.
There's also some extra money in here if he really needs it.
Oh, what? Okay, that was a weird whiff on David's screen. If you slash towards something like David just did, doesn't necessarily mean you'll always hit it. You can be slightly bit off and miss.
Oh no.
Okay.
He saved it.
Usually I don't see people use rush there. Usually I see people like slash that particular.
He was super gonna die if he didn't rush.
I was gonna break the checkpoint as well. Wait, did Pete pick up the health upgrade and flying machine? I don't remember him picking that up. Did he just buy an upgrade?
No, he's running on 5 health right now.
Oh, right. I didn't see that correctly.
Yeah, now he's fighting the Phantom Striker, who teleports all over the place and is all around annoying to deal with.
So every time he reappears, you can hit him an average of like 3 times, so he's gonna get...
Okay, he got him.
Yep. That was decent. I believe with this particular sub-weapon loadout, you can kill him in 1 less teleport than Pikapete did, although my memory is a little bit fuzzy on what the quick kill for Judgment Rush only is.
Yeah, I don't remember what the optimal kill is, but it's a lot faster when you have the Banning Soul.
Okay.
Oh wow, David scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, that screen can be really scary if you don't anticipate exactly what you're doing. There's a lot of ways to die in that particular ring. So David messing up the jumps after the... Oh, why did he wait there? Oh no, oh no, no, no. I think what happened there is that he held down when he landed on the block, and he didn't he didn't hit down correctly when he landed, so he just kind of stood there for a little bit.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
He's gonna slow down there, pick up his money. Alright, so he's back on track here as far as his money's concerned. Didn't really lose. He only lose time, but you know that's better than losing a bunch of money.
Pikapete's going into the Clockwork Tower, which is a really long stage because it has 2 auto-scrollers, and it's also like got checkpoints that are really out of the way. You don't really see that many Judgment Rushes outside of Hundo. Okay, David going for the safe strat there.
Yeah, so something about Rush that I don't think I've mentioned so far is that you can actually, if you use Judgment Rush and there's no enemies on the screen to rush to, you will stall yourself in the air for about a second. So you can jump from those new blocks and then stall yourself and then do that again. So it looks like a pretty struggling a bit with Mole Knight. He might actually go into his invincible phase. Oh my god, he died. Almost killed him. He only had 1 health left, which is unfortunate. Oh wait, I didn't even notice. David is doing Bounding Soul. I didn't even mention that.
I mentioned that a long time ago, totally.
Damn, I'm not paying attention, dude. I'm really out of it, dude. What? Okay, that was, I'm not sure what David was trying to do. He just stayed... I guess that's a safer way of doing the fight. He just stayed in the middle there, like when he was diving on the screen.
Yeah. Pretty slow, but he got him. Did you know that Shovel Knight can actually hit him while he's in that, invincible phase?
Yeah, I believe you can reflect those, whatever, flame projectiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason why Shovel Knight sucks. He has a bunch of, like, really dumb, overpowered things he could do for no reason.
Why did he rush there? That's weird.
Oh, what? Okay. He must have just have gotten confused or something? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was a different room.
Oh, you know what? He might be collecting extra skulls because he wants to get Will skull, maybe? I haven't considered that. But that is, I believe, something that I've seen other players do in this tournament.
Yeah, so David's fighting Reeves.
What? Okay. Pikapete should have taken a hit there. I don't get hit. But, yeah, that was a weird splash damage. But yeah, David is fighting Dark Reeves here. Looks like he's having a little bit of a hard time here.
Yeah, I just hope he can... Okay, good.
Alright. Yeah,
as long as he teleports, you lose a lot of time.
Yeah, if he enters the... if he unleashes his anime attack, where he teleports behind you and unsheaths his katana, then you lose quite a bit of time. Alright, so David on Iron Will. Personally, one of my most hated stages just because there's a lot of really annoying things on this stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts where, like, either your dash attacks don't work correctly or you gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah. That screen in particular that David just did can be really finicky. You can
he got,
slash...
like, perfect, but I have a lot of trouble getting that dash attack.
Yeah. Wait, what the heck? Okay. I think my stream just buffered for... I'm not sure if I saw that correctly or if my stream just buffered, but I think David did like a weird extra slash there.
Yeah,
I'll have to...
did.
Yeah, that was weird.
Did one of the slashes up instead of down. So, Pikapete's fighting Tinker Knight. In the other campaigns, he's a joke of a fight. And in this, Tinker one's actually kind of strong, because, like, his body hits do an entire bubble of damage.
That's a really bad way to start this fight, is taking a hit at the start of the second phase.
Oh, what? Did you see that rush?
Yeah, rushes, I believe, whiff, like, all the time during this particular fight.
Oh no.
Tinker Knight does move around in the air, like, quite a bit, and it actually messes around with Rush's ability to actually hit.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. David took care of 420 fish, presumably pretty fast.
Yeah, so there's a strat where you can... I'm assuming he did this, but you can, like, throw 4 souls at the beginning of the fight, and if they bounce correctly and if 420 fish plays nice, stays more or less in the center of the screen, he will just melt instantly.
Now he's dealing with Bertha, who deals 2 circles of damage. And, okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Looked a little iffy. He's coming up on a Treasure Knight, who is a joke.
Yeah, especially with Bounding Soul, he is not really something to worry about. You can just throw 4 souls at the beginning of the fight here, and he takes so much damage from it that it's... Yeah. Oh, he killed him at the top of the screen, which is not what you're supposed to do. Because you get this. If you kill Treasure Knight at the top of the screen, the slow-mo actually lasts for... until his corpse hits the ground, basically. And you actually wastes like 2 seconds, I believe, so... It's actually faster to wait for him to actually, like, anchor back into the ground.
Yeah, he went so fast it was slow.
Yeah.
He's having a little bit of trouble with Reeves. Yeah, here's that attack.
Oh man, you never
Please
want to
don't
see
die.
this. Yeah, please. Oh no, dude. You only had 2 hits left. That's unfortunate.
Now David's going through Lich Yard, and since he has his upgraded weapons, it's going to be a lot smoother for him than it was for Pete.
Looks like Pete's getting a couple of good hits here with the skeleton. Oh, he's gonna see the teleport attack again, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better, though.
Yeah, he actually has health this time around. Oh no, he whiffs like a billion slashes. Alright, he got some. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. David, no. Please don't die in this room.
Okay, he made it out.
Alright, now it's time for Pikapete to actually do the amazing Lost City stage, which is a really fun, really hard stage. But mostly hard, and not fun, actually. I lied.
Yeah, we're at the point now in the run where the level order doesn't matter, because they have all their upgrades, so now Pikapete's going to be going from right to left, and David's going to be going from left to right.
Yeah, level order at this point basically comes down to, like, fast menuing on the stage select screen, basically. Oh, he's gonna... Oh my goodness, he's not gonna... Oh, okay, he's still trying to kill this guy, okay. I thought he was gonna just ride the beetle throughout this entire screen. Which, is, pretty lame, pardon my opinion, to be honest. Oh man. David tried to rebound some souls here into Final Striker, but didn't really get some good hits off.
Yeah, it still went much faster with Bounding Soul.
I believe he got 2 extra teleports, unfortunately. I believe every time you get an extra teleport, it wastes about 5 seconds, which is pretty bad for a boss fight. That's one, like, this boss fight in particular is probably one of the most punishing ones for sure.
Yeah. And ultimately, you can kill him in only 1 teleport.
We saw on David's screen there, he actually got a good Luan run pattern. He ran really fast.
Yeah, sometimes he can just hang back and kind of let you do your own thing, and I don't understand why that is.
Yeah, if you jump in like the first 2 rooms in such a way that Luan likes, I guess, he will run faster for you. That him running fast saves about the second or so. It's not like a huge deal, but it's fun when it happens. So now on to Shield Knight. Get some. Does hit when one count drops. Not the best thing, but still some hits.
Yeah, when Shield Knight's just walking around, if she runs over count drops, then she'll get damaged. But if she's charging, she destroys them.
I'm actually fairly impressed he dodged that particular shield throw, because it just touched his top of his cap and he still didn't get damaged. Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay, that was that fight
okay.
quite. Yeah, that fight lasted like 5 more seconds than it should have, but he didn't die, so it's all good. But yeah, Shield Knight's jump patterns are like pretty random, so she can dodge your Caltrops just kind of if she wants to, and you can't really do much about it, so sometimes you get some really solid fights, and sometimes you get dicked over and lose like 10 seconds.
Oh, David just bought that Plains Wisp that you were talking about.
Yeah, I guess I haven't actually tested that, but I guess that works. The Plains Wisp is the cheapest health upgrade that you can buy.
By the way, shoutouts to Feasel for setting up this boss tracker you guys see at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, shoutouts. This is a little bit easier to keep track of to see like exactly how players are faring with each other, since a lot of the players do use different routes. So we do see both of our players do have like the same amount of stages remaining here. And right now, who's in the lead, I would say is... I think Pikapete is actually slightly in the lead.
I don't think Pikapete's done the Shield Knight fight yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I didn't miss something on the tracker, did
I don't think you did.
I don't think so.
Wait, David did do... I think he might have missed Iron Wheel?
I sure did.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to this tracker that I'm not using properly.
Yeah, there you go. So yes, David is actually the one in the lead. Pikapete doing something that's kind of risky here. Okay, good. Sometimes if you, on the last hit on this mini-boss, you'll actually not recoil off of the chest, and you can actually just keep going. And if that would have happened, Pikapete would have just fell off into the pit right there. I actually haven't seen many players leave around the bubble platforms there, which is, I mean, you only lose like, what, like 40 gold or something if you leave those platforms there, which is really not a big deal, and the fight is a lot less scary. That's an extra thing you don't have to worry about. Pikapete did a really weird down slash there that I usually don't see. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Oh god, Bertha, no, go away.
Oh, those were some good Bertha hits, though.
Yeah, he didn't get hit. Oh, he's getting bodied by this knight, though. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
He's fine, though. Alright, so Pikapete on this last missile room here. This room is really obnoxious because both of these missiles, first of all, they fire at different times, and the speed of the missiles is random. So it's a really fun room to actually optimize, since all the platforms are random. Oh no, he actually...
Oh, why did it turn around?
I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why he turned around. I think he might have gotten hit by the anchor and that turned him around, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Even then, he ended up not having much trouble with him, so we're all good.
Yeah, you still killed him pretty fast.
I was apparently a liar. I said Pikapete was going to go right to left, but he did mole first and then treasure.
I believe so.
Yeah, I got it. And Luon's gonna hang back.
So David now on the Tinker Knight fight, which is a lot easier and a lot faster with Bounding Soul, but he did fall off the mech, so he does have to use a bunch of his magic on rushes, which is not ideal. Even then, he actually adapted pretty well. Yeah, he still adapted pretty well. He didn't whiff any of his rush hits, which is pretty lucky.
Now Pete's coming up on Shield Knight.
Yeah, let's see how he does. So
One of the
usually
things David didn't do is he didn't like corner her and slash her after she threw a shield, so I want to see if Pete does that.
yeah, ideally you want her her last dash to be on the right side of the screen, since you won't have blocks falling on top of you when she reaches the corner. Unfortunately for Pikapete, that's not what happened. But he's doing alright so far. But yeah, that last phase is a time killer for sure, because she gets way more aggressive and she throws a lot more projectiles and is a lot harder to deal with in general.
Yeah, he had a pretty good fight though. So now David is in Pridemore, which is Team Knight stage, which is a lot of fun in speedrun routes because like you ignore half the intended ways to solve it.
Yeah, that's true. Rush is super useful on this stage, especially at the start. Oh yes, I can't. I don't think I've seen other players grab that apple there, but that's a pretty good idea. Since there's pretty much no health. Like pretty much any other boss in this game, you can get health right before, but this boss is kind of an exception. The health you get before the boss is in the form of a mini boss, which is the Griffin, which takes a billion years to fight, and is really time consuming, so you actually want to avoid that at all costs.
Oh, Pete got a really bad cycle.
Getting some really good hits there at the start for David for King Knight here. He gets a pretty decent pattern of platforms, not too obnoxious.
He just had basketballs all over the place, and that helped him a lot.
Yeah, not a bad fight. Usually, usually when I say you get a good platform pattern, it means you don't have King Knight fall in the pit, because if you have him fall in the pit, he'll fly to the top of the screen, and then he becomes a lot harder to hit with Bounding Souls, and pretty much any other sub-weapon. Pikapete unfortunately missed the quick kill on the Alchemeister. You can kill him before he transforms with Skeletal Sentry.
Yeah, it looked like he bonked instead of turning around. It's really hard to turn around, actually.
Yeah, if you're holding left and just slash immediately, you'll actually keep going right, because you need to decelerate on the rail before actually slashing in the other direction. So you have to delay your attack at just the right time to actually hit the Alchemeister. And there's also the fact that you're like railing against the current, so it actually also affects your speed, and Pikapete unfortunately Gets hit by the rat explosion and has to redo the screen.
Yeah, David's in his last order of no quarter state. Oh my god, I can't believe he survived that.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, okay. He got through. Not really sure why he broke that checkpoint. I think he might be going for an extra darkness at the end, after the stage.
Plague Knight's kind of a joke in this route.
Yeah, Skeleton really does a bunch of work here on Plague Knight since he covers a bunch of the screen where he can be at. Unfortunately, he's getting a really bad pattern here. The Skeleton's on low ground, so he doesn't really have the best angle to get hits on Plague Knight.
Okay, but he did get him. I see what happened in the Treasure Knight fight. Apparently, the sentry shoots in the direction that, like, if you're to his left, he'll shoot left, and if you're to his right, he'll shoot right. So he went on the other side of the skeleton, that's his living treasure.
I thought he homed in on the nearest enemy. But
yeah,
I guess that's not how that... Oh, okay.
And David sped through Stranded Ship. He's now on Polar Knight.
Unfortunately, David did get like an extra jump at the end there, but he still killed him pretty fast. You can kill Polar Knight once he reaches the right side of the screen. Once he like runs like full screen. Once he like does his dash, that's where he's like once he's done after doing his dash, that's when he's supposed to be done.
Yeah, you can like optimally you can kill him while he's running, which is a really good feeling when you get. So David's now entering the Tower of Fate, which is since all the levels in this game you can pick the order you can do them in. They don't really expect you to learn things between levels. So in Tower of Fate, you're just gonna be putting everything you learned like to the test.
Yeah, I can see a lot of objects and hazards from other stages. Like for example, this room you get to see the books, for example, from Pride Morty. Ooh, David misses the rail at the beginning of the screen there. Okay, he still gets through.
Okay, yeah.
You do still have like a little bit of wiggle room there to make this cycle.
It's not big though.
Doesn't get the rail when he lands on that platform. He's gonna go for the safe pressure skip. There's another skip which you can do that's a little bit faster, but it's pretty much the same regardless.
Let's see, what was the name you came up for with this room?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm not. I'm gonna abort that. Oh my goodness. Man, okay. That's a really weird way to mess up that room. I think he might just be nervous or something. That's a really weird mistake to make. I think he might have...
It looked like the ball was falling faster than he thought it was.
Yeah. I think he might have tried to hit jump at the beginning of the screen, but didn't get it. And then that messed him up a lot.
It looked like Pete died somewhere. I didn't see where it was.
I think he might have missed a jump or something. But Pete is going to fight Polar Knight here, our friend. He is, I believe, easier to deal with. Yeah, he's a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, if you get a good shot from the Skeletal Sentry, like one bullet will fall across the whole screen.
Yeah, that one bullet just fucking destroys him. Oh, sorry, that's a bad word. I'm an idiot. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I ain't saying nothing.
David's coming up to the best boss in all of Shovel Knight.
Oh yeah, the best boss. And by the best boss, you mean Satan, basically.
The best designed boss in gaming.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness, my screensaver. No.
So,
Okay.
Black Knight's going to be riding Terrapin up there and just being a nuisance. David's going for the option where you just knock him off, which is easier, but a little bit more time consuming.
Yeah, it's slower and it's potentially more dangerous because of all of the attacks he can do that are very dangerous and difficult to adapt to.
Oh, and he got back on Terrapin.
Yep.
But he got him.
Yep. Didn't die, so, you know, that's cool.
I love these cutscenes that you can pause during.
Yeah, they're not great. Usually when you're in a cutscene, you just kind of want to mash and, you know, actually, you know, move through the game. But then there are some cutscenes where you can actually just pause the game and lose time if you do that.
David's going to be playing The Legend of Zelda for a little bit.
Yo, shoutouts to Rando. Rando and the billion matches that are on 24/7 on twitch.tv/speedgaming1234.
And Randomizer Mania 1234.
Yep. So, David here, very near the end of the game here. He's gonna be facing the last two bosses. Gonna take this checkpoint for safety.
Okay,
You can skip. I thought he was gonna skip it there for a second, but he's not bad
Yeah, it
enough.
looked like he was going to, and then realized he was in a race.
Get some pretty
Ooh, good hits.
Yeah, he does get good hits off the dive there. Okay, so he's gonna be patient and he's gonna wait for her to go to the top again. Unfortunately, he gets some pretty bad hits once she resurfaced there. So he is going to have to wait here until she goes back to the top.
That was a risky dash attack.
Yeah, he's gonna unfortunately take a death. Unlike most other bosses, Enchantress does deal twice the contact damage for whatever reason. She's kind of really hard. she hits like a truck. Man, these are some ridiculous hits. Oh my goodness, dude.
He probably should just Judgment Run. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's used to that. Yeah, that's gonna do it. But yeah, he actually got her down to 4 hits left after her first dive phase, which is really, really, really rare. Usually something you don't see.
Yeah, now we've got Nightmare Reese, who, these rails, when they go up and down, is completely RNG.
So he tried to get like 3 hits there once he dashed off the screen, but I think he only got 2. But yeah, these rails are really... They are the true final boss for sure. They can spawn in some really funky spots. And... gets 2 hits there.
Yeah.
Just needs 3 more on this last pass here. And that's gonna do it for David.
Yep. Nightmare Reese is fun because he's one of the few bosses that's easier when you play casual than he is in speedruns.
But yeah, finishing with a time of 44:30, which is pretty good. Pretty good race time. Pete on first tower entrance here.
Oh, he doesn't know the quick way to do this.
I do not. I honestly would not blame anyone for taking that route slowly, just because it's such a
if you don't
thing
know
to
the
deal
setup,
with.
then it's a nightmare. But if you rail off the floor and just hold left, you're good. Oh no!
Dave,
Pete, please!
Please. No, okay, just
Pete,
okay. He wanted to go back for the checkpoint from the looks of it, but I mean, he was already on the right side, so.
I can't think of anything worse than dying in a checkpoint room while trying to grab the checkpoint.
Yeah. It's, There is a way you can actually reach the top of the ladder here. Like, very, very soon. Like, it's basically as soon as it appears, but it's a very weird thing to pull off. And Pete... Whoa, what? Okay, I didn't even know you could, I didn't even know you could climb that wall, and,
What is...
yeah.
Oh, he's waiting for the striker's fall. So now Pete's coming up in Black Knight. It's actually a bit easier to knock him off a Terrapin with Skeletal Sentry because you can blow it up while it's in the air. But he doesn't have the time.
He's just trying to juggle him in the air here. And he did get a couple hits there, but that's definitely not what he wanted.
Terrapin's a jerk, by the way. Like, whenever you have the Skeletal Sentry out, it will just do everything it can to destroy it. Oh, you're doing a good job so far.
He's going to get back on the top of it.
Pete, please.
Pete, please. There you go. He actually got 2 hits. I believe he did get 2 hits off that one detonation, which is actually
the detonation always causes 1 bubble.
Does it really always? Because
when it's upgraded, I believe.
I believe under certain circumstances it can sometimes deal 1 because of the hitbox being kind of wonky. He's actually gonna collect the extra gold here to get the Striker Shawl. So Striker Shawl is the basically gives you a charge attack.
Yeah, you lose your ability to rail, but he can charge up to deal double damage, which is going to be useful against Enchantress, since he's not going to have the basketballs to just, like, destroy her. Also, as a fellow Plague Knight runner, it just feels right to be able to charge.
Ooh, unfortunately... I don't even know if he tried to do the setup where he slashes the top of the screen, but yeah.
No, he just wanted to hang out down there. Before I knew that setup, I died a lot in this room.
Yeah, this is probably like the deadliest tile room for any character, honestly.
Oh no. Okay.
The pattern that the tiles come like towards you is actually very weird.
Okay, he got through that time. It's a very trolly room, yeah.
Alright, grabbing the checkpoint. So most players for Enchantress do like this damage boost off the projectile at the beginning. And then do some hits right next to her, but I guess Pikapete isn't doing that. I don't really blame anyone for not taking the damage boost at the start because it is a lot of health that you're losing for, like, hopefully a better position for this fight.
He's doing a good job so far. If you can avoid all these shots.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait it out for the next dive phase, I believe. There you go.
Nice.
Playing it pretty safe there.
Oh man, if he hurries, he's on PB pace. We've actually had a bunch of PBs in this tournament.
Yeah, people have been putting a lot of effort into this run recently. So unfortunately for Pikapete, he can't like actually use skeletons since on this fight, since he's constantly on rails and you can only throw a skeleton like behind you basically, so you can't even really use it to do detonate damage.
Yeah, which is the reason he bought the Striker Stall.
Oh no!
Okay.
He almost slashed off the rail there, almost. Oh my goodness, these patterns. These rail patterns, dude.
Alright, he's coming up on the last phase.
There you go. That's gonna be
Right.
52-16 for Pikapete.
Yep, and looks like that's gonna be a PB for him by over a minute.
I don't think that's true. I think his PB is like a 50 something.
I'm looking at it right now, it's 53-24. So, good job for both runners.
Triple.
There you go. That's gonna be
Right.
52-16. I could have sworn I saw.
Yep, and
He was. I saw a
looks
stream
like that's gonna
like
be a
before he
PB
did
for
this
him by
race, and
over a
I
minute.
saw like a 50 something.
He says
I
it's
don't
good.
think
He
that's.
says in Twitch that his PB is 50.
I think his PB is like a 50
seconds,
something.
but he hasn't submitted. I'm looking at it right now. It's 50.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
So good job for both runners.
Triple.
Yeah, good
There you
job
go.
for both racers.
That's gonna be
Right.
52-16. I could have sworn I saw.
So unfortunately for
Yeah,
Pikapete,
he was-
I saw his
he's
stream
that's
hacking
gonna be a
dead.
when he
PB
did
for
this
him by
race.
He's out of
I
the
saw
tournament.
like a
He has
Yeah.
been killed.
50 something.
He says
I
it's
don't
good.
think
He says
that's.
it's good.
And
Which
let me just take a quick peek
his,
at
PB is
the
50.
bracket
I think
here.
his
like a
seconds, but he hasn't submitted.
So David will be moving
I'm
on
looking at it right now. It's
to
50.
okay. Let's see. Fight Wes Beard,
So good job. for
which
both
is
runners.
actually my first
Yeah,
match in this tournament.
Nice.
Wes is a pretty decent player. That'll definitely be a good match if you guys are around. I don't know when they're gonna schedule, but that's gonna be cool.
Apparently the audio is echoing.
Oh, is that on my end or?
I want to say it's on Fiedel's end, but I don't know. Oh, apparently it was Pikapete.
Pete, why did you open the stream?
Pete, please.
So if you're looking for more hot Specter Man, Dead Man action, let me just bring on the schedule here. But we do have rematches tomorrow. So if you really like this run, you're gonna have a bunch of it tomorrow. We're gonna have, let's see here. We're gonna have King Captain versus Brad Pan, which is another losers bracket match. So you get to see another person die live on stream. And we're gonna have Patois versus Oddbot. That's gonna be a pretty interesting one, I believe. Patois is the world record holder currently. and he's going to be fighting against Oddbod, which is a pretty cool guy, also pretty highly placed on the leaderboard for this game. Pretty solid player overall. And last match tomorrow is going to be Kenny versus Eric. Oh, that's you.
That's me, yes.
That you.
I have a high probability of heckin' dying tomorrow.
And, oh yeah, that's another loser's record match.
Yeah.
So, hopefully you don't die tomorrow.
Well, his last race, he got like 10 minutes faster than my PB, so we will see.
Oh, okay, well, good luck with that, buddy.
Nah, it's gonna be fun, though. I encourage everyone to watch all of the races.
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of Spectre action tomorrow, so stick around for those.
Yep. And I think that's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, that's going to do it for us. So, thanks for watching, and, yeah, see you tomorrow, probably.
Have a good one, everyone.
Peace.